good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? Whatever time you are viewing this video, I am going to be playing my meditation music in the background. So please forgive me, it's a little bit loud. But I just want to say that welcome to the Narcissistic 101 5-part video relationship series. Now, what this series is, you're going to get 5 individual videos that are going to school you and teach you the behind the scenes facets of what narcissism is. We're going to talk about red flags and how to spot them. And if you're in the beginning of a relationship, you definitely want to take advantage of this 5-part series because it's going to show you clear upfront and save you some time so you don't have to worry about telling your story 2-3 years from now, like unfortunately I had to. If I would have had this 5-part series video 3 years ago, I definitely, unfortunately, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today. So everything happens for a reason. But the red flags, you're going to find out what those red flags are. And even if you in the relationship, you're able to better perceive when you get out, because you're going to start thinking positive. You're going to start focusing on getting out of this relationship. And you're going to allow this video with the red flags to show you what it is that when these things happen, what to expect and what is going on. You're going to know about accepting the narcissism. The next video is going to show you about accepting narcissists for who they really are. Once you come to grips with who they are, it's game over for that, because once you can accept the truth, and the truth is, they will probably not change. Even if you leave their lives, they're going to stalk you and still not change. And if you can accept that, it will definitely begin to empower you so that you can step outside of the vicious cycle of the attachment, wrong attachment, unhealthy attachments, and the trauma bonds, and all of the everything else that goes inside. Then we're going to talk about codependency and the relationship between the narcissist and the codependent. You can probably look at yourself, do a reality check, and say that you're codependent. You probably are a people pleaser. And that is why, because you are perfectly vetted for a narcissist. They perfectly picked you for that reason, because you, my friend, are the easy target for them to be able to pull all of the bullshit that they have planned for you. So, in this video, we talk about the karmic relationship that you have with the narcissist, because there's a reason why they came in your life. And if you're open to understanding, if you're open to having a new mindset and seeing things from a spiritual perspective, you can begin to empower yourself by removing yourself from the victim standpoint and into the victor or the survivor standpoint. Because I am a survivor. I am no longer a victim of his evil demise, his lies, his deception, his love bombing, his idolization, any of those things. And I talk about all of that in these videos. The next video is something that many of us are actually really in fear of. And I believe that it played a major part in me not moving forward in my healing. So the title of this one is, Are You Scared to Heal? In this video, I allow you to dig deep for you to address those parts of you that you don't even know that's going on, for you to get rid of and to get out of that mindset of not feeling worthy or not feeling good enough for something. And then the last one is going to talk about how to leave that toxic relationship. I'm going to give you tips and tools on what you can do emotionally, because you definitely have to prepare yourself, because if not, you'll end up bouncing back, breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. You want to equip yourself with the guarantee that you are done with this fool so that you can walk away and have a happier life without them in your life. If you purchase today, if you pay for the 5-part video course in full, I have 2 extra bonus videos for you. One, you're automatically going to get whether you pay in full or not. You're going to get that bonus automatically for just purchasing the program. And that one is where you're motivated to push through. I know that being in a narcissistically abusive relationship can be draining. It can literally suck the soul out of you. Trust me, I know, I have been there. So I have devised this video that's called Pushing Through, that'll give you that motivation, that'll keep you revved up so that you can keep going, so that you can keep being pumped up with these videos. Because not only when you watch each video, in addition to the video, you're also going to get a worksheet and a 60-minute coaching session with me after each video course that you watch. So that's not even a part of the bonus. That's just automatic. But if you pay in full, that second part of the bonus is I'm going to add in a whole extra course for you that comes with an additional worksheet. And it's talking about procrastination. It gets to the root cause of procrastination and tell you what it is and how it's equivalent in your growth. And it'll help you to equate yourself with your narcissistic relationship, and it'll let you know why you're possibly scared or afraid of moving on from this relationship. So that's what the 5-part course is pretty much about. But as I mentioned, if you pay in full, you're going to get that extra video, that extra worksheet, because again, each video, the red flags, the accepting the narc for who they are, codependency, scared to heal, leaving the toxic relationship, each course, like I said, each course comes with its own worksheet for you to put in the cognitive behavioral therapy or the shadow work or the inner child reparenting work, so that you can not only dig deep and dig up the root cause of everything, but that you can throw it out as well and replant those new seeds. Because what the reparenting does, the inner child reparenting, it helps you to rewrite that lie, that false or that fake story that you've been telling yourself. So the reparenting part of the courses allows you to retrain your brain, reset your mindset to think a different way. The cognitive behavior therapy and the shadow work, which are questions and activities that you do, they get you to open your mindset so that you can have something to compare against versus the old information that had nothing to compare against. Now you're inserting into your part of the brain that does the thinking for you, that subconscious part. And we talk about thought processes and all of that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw in my video for thought processes as well. So it's going to give you the instructions on the pretty much the basics on how a thought comes and how you can erase and rewrite those thoughts even in your head. So it's a lot that you're getting. And each course is $99 per week. Or if you want to pay in full, I'm giving you a $20 savings that you can download the courses for $475. Not to mention, you're going to get those 3 bonus videos. Let me change that. 3 bonus videos. So again, not only are you going to get pushing through to get you to pump you up, so when you get in those moods of where you're getting discouraged and a little low in your spirit, you're going to have that motivational tool. You're going to get procrastination again, an additional worksheet that's going to tell you how to get through your procrastination. And then that third one, oh God, what was it? I forgot what I said. Well, I'm going to have to go back on this video and figure out what it is, because I definitely forgot to write it in. I don't know what it is, but I'll have it for you. So go ahead, make sure you order the package today, because guess what? You are going to be amazed. You're going to be transformed. Not only are you getting all of this information to put in your brain, you're also going to get information that is going to transform your mind. And how does that transformation work? That's when you're going to schedule your 60-minute booking coaching session with me. So we're going to do a strategy coaching session for 60 minutes, and everything that you learned from the course, from the videos, from the worksheets, each particular video. So you're not getting 1 session, you're getting 5. That's 5 1-hour coaching strategy sessions, so that you can apply the concepts that you learn in the video and the worksheets to your everyday life. So what we'll do is we'll go through, we'll do Q&A, and then we'll explore and figure out what it is that your map specifically for that particular subject is, and what you need to do to pursue it. Not only that, I'm not done yet. You are going to get access to my Facebook exclusively booked and reserved social media group just for you and those that are in the program with you. Because all of your information I'm going to email to you, but I'm also going to be putting inside of the group. So once you pay your fee you're going to get access to the information that's inside of the group. So you get to work with it in a group setting. In some situations, you may be the only one in the group. You might be the first person to sign on. Who knows? But you'll definitely have that virtual support, and I'll be there with you. And in addition to that, each week I'll be doing on social media, I'll providing a 15 to 20-minute live Q&A and just motivational video for you to keep going through. And I'll also be posting and booking raffles and events and things that are going on. So definitely want to know that you have something that you have run across that is going to fulfill your need. It is time that you learn, at least take in the new year, at least with the knowledge of what narcissistic relationships are. Don't go in 2020 blindly. Empower yourself, even if you do decide to stay in a relationship, because I'm not saying what is best for you, only you know that. But I do know that narcissists are, it's a challenge. I tried it. That's why I can say that. I tried it. I tried everything that I could think of, and nothing was ever good enough. And that's a part of the cycle. Once I broke free from that cycle, I was able to see things more clearly. And I'm able to sit here and do this video for you today. So there's many blessings in leaving the narc. There's many blessings in staying. I was able to develop my core essence and to determine what it is that I needed to do in my life through my life experiences with this narcissistic person. And from that, I've created the trauma recovery room. So there's blessings in disguise in the relationship. So don't feel bad, whatever stage you're in. If you're in the beginning of a stage and you're looking for a way to get out because you know something's not quite right. Because I had signs in the beginning, I totally freaking ignored them. Red flags. That's why this video is going to be important for you. Because now, when you see something that happened, you'll know exactly what's going on. You'll know what to expect and how to respond to it. Because uh, the key to a narcissist and to get rid of them is to be on top of your shit, to know them better than they know themselves. And it is what will guide you through. So that is pretty much what I have in store in this 5-part video series. And actually, I think I'm going to have to change this to a 10-part video series, because I've added on another concept of this program that I just thought about that I didn't think about before. And not only that, you're not going to get a worksheet for this one, but you're definitely going to get some information about it. And it's called Gray Rock. And that is something that was key in me being able to manifest from victim to survivor. So we're going to talk about all of that. So again, you're going to get at least these 8 videos. So the 2 bonuses that I mentioned, and then the extra one that I've talked about, the one I forgot about. But if I decide, I might add in another 2. But definitely know that you're going to get the best of the best of the best. And you're going to walk away empowered, knowledgeable, equipped, and ready to face the next day. Because dealing with a narcissist, each day you have to definitely take day by day. There were some days where I didn't even know if I was going to live to the end of that day. But there were some days that were okay. And that's the thing about narcissism. And now that I've gotten the course out of the way, just let me give you a little background about myself, because I didn't introduce myself at the beginning of the video. But my name is Tanya K. Austin. I am the founder of the Trauma Recovery Room. And this came about from me discerning my ability to know my power. I had gotten fed up of being in a toxic marriage. I knew that I deserved better. I knew that there was something more to life than what I was being offered from this man within this structure or facility or relationship. And I knew better. I had previously been in toxic relationships, but not to this capacity. I do believe, and I tell my story firmly, I do believe that God was like, nah, look, nah. I done told you, for one, because God told me not to marry the man or even date him. And that's another part of being in a karmic relationship with a narcissist. You're drawn to them. Is that relationship magnetic? Is it just steamy and fire? And it's like, oh my God, it's like you're addicted to them. That's a part of the cycle. And I talk about that in my video too. So you're going to be aware of that as well. I'm telling you, it's deep information. But God told me not to be with this man, and I was so disobedient. So therefore, he allowed me. He didn't bring it on me, but he allowed me to venture off into this relationship. And there were even moments where he had grace for me, and moments when I didn't leave when he told me to leave, and he made me stay. There were opportunities where I wanted to leave and couldn't leave, because those opportunities where he told me to leave, I didn't leave. I questioned and I doubted myself. I doubted my connection with him. That whole entire relationship just tore up my whole essence of who I was. I completely doubted myself, my being, my essence, my everything. He literally sucked the soul out of me. And that is something that I want to never happen to anybody, not even my worst enemy. That's how bad that is. I want this to not happen to anybody else. I want others out there to not have to experience this type of trauma, this type of drama, this type of hurt, this type of pain. That man cheated on me with 8 women that I know of, that he finally admitted to within a year and a half. The first year and a half, the first 3 weeks of our marriage, he was sleeping with somebody already. He had no intention on being my husband. And I was oh in la la land, because he knew exactly what I needed to hear. I made the mistake of opening up my wounds to him, and he totally got the paintbrush and got the paint in the black and red, just paint, blood everywhere. And that was his intention from the start. And that is why it is difficult and challenging for him to move on from me, because I see him now and I do not love him anymore. And he's sick about it, because he see that nobody's going to deal with that bullshit. And he knows now that he has no choice but to face his demons, because I was probably the last straw for him. He's been through multiple relationships before me. He didn't learn his lesson, but I definitely learned mine. So the trauma recovery room came about from me finally standing up for myself. And I talk about that in my book, My Secret Life, which you guys will actually definitely have access to if you are interested in purchasing it. I talk about that in my book, from where I was broken down mentally and spiritually and emotionally as a child, from the childhood traumas that I suffered, which attached me to the brokenness, to the trauma that I attached with all of my relationships, particularly that last one that I just got out of. So I talk about all of that. I talk about my past. I talk about my titles. Each video is different. Like I said, each video is a different time, but they're all related. I just bunched them together. And each one of them has a worksheet for you to go through, for you to be able to do that work. This course, like all of my courses, are definitely hands on. I like to get my hands dirty when I'm fixing something or putting something together. And I like to make sure my clients get the same feel. So that way you can finally learn the lesson that you were meant to learn, and you can move on to the next dimension of your life. And that's all life is about learning and growing. If I had not reached that mark or that dimension where it was time for me to leave, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today. So, with courage, bravery, and boldness, and wisdom, and knowledge, and truth, and understanding, we become empowered for us to walk into our truths and walk into our purposes. I have a personal mission of awakening a million minds, and this workshop series is definitely a part of that mission. So, thank you so much for allowing me to come into your home, to come into your heart, and to come into your mind and your spirit, and to be a part of your growth and your process. Because whether you know it or not, my friend, you're going through an awakening process. That's why you've run across me, and that's why you've run across these videos. So take advantage of this program. Definitely inquire if you want to do the whole thing in full. Again, you're going to get that $20 savings. If not, you could pay the $99 per week each week as it comes, but you're definitely going to get those bonuses that are included. So I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I want you to get pumped up, get your pen, your paper, and your cup of some tea, because we about to dig up on you, baby. And I am so excited to be here. This is Coach Tanya, and I will see you on the other side.